Hello, I'm Danny.
And I'm Jake.
And this is Marvel Talk. Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Talk. We're here with some minor news sprinkled throughout the past month. Not a whole lot going on, as this virus continues to be a problem. Things are getting delayed, as always, right? Wonder Woman got pushed to, what was it, September, October?
Oh, October. It's October.
October? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little ways away. Wonder Woman, I don't think we have a new date for that either, so, we're stuck with some news here and there. Hopefully, New Mutants is coming out, but I don't think so, right? That's probably going to get pushed.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much everything's going to get pushed back at this point, unless theaters start reopening, or they start putting it in drive-in theaters. Like, that'd be kind of cool. I'd be down to go see New Mutants at a drive-in if they ended up doing that. That would be pretty tight.
Yeah, I know drive-ins are the new hotspot right now for a lot of people.
Yeah, did you see that Sony was the top box office earner this last week?
Oh, was it?
With Ghostbusters. Like, the original Ghostbusters.
Oh, right, because there's not a show old movies again. Yeah.
Yeah, so they put Ghostbusters back in drive-in theaters, and it was the top box office earner for the last week. So Sony won the box office by technicality. And I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird year for box office numbers.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Marvel talky stuff, if you guys have not seen My Spy with good old Dave Bautista, that's currently playing at a lot of drive-in theaters, I saw. So, give Drax some loves, man. He's trying to be The Rock. He's even doing a movie with a little girl. So.
Yeah, I remember this, seeing the trailer for this. Yeah, you're starting to hit these type of films, right? With was it Stuber? That was one of those films as well.
Yeah, Stuber was one of those. It's like John Cena and Dave Bautista are doing the same thing. Like, it's really funny.
Yeah, the wrestlers, man, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do kids movies after they do wrestling. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cool. Hopefully we see some of these movies start coming out.
Yeah, hopefully. With that, let's go ahead and start into this episode here. We got some Marvel news.
Yes, we do.
Right after last episode, I mentioned it at the tail end, there was the Sony event we didn't get to talk about here, but they showed off, a bunch of PS5 games coming out, and one of them was Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yes. I know there's a lot of debate, like, right when the trailer got put out of, like, is this just going to be a DLC? Is it going to be a full game? And I think it's been established that it's somewhere in between, sort of like the Uncharted Lost Legacy. Is that what it was called?
Yeah. So I was thinking back to the live stream for it, and I felt it was pretty clear at first that it was going to be a standalone DLC game. And then, just for some reason, it was just the bad PR at the end of the day over on Insomniac's end.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the whole spin right now is bad PR.
Yeah. But yes, it is a standalone game starring Miles, and what standalone means is basically it is DLC. It's not a full sequel to the game, but it's a game that you could buy separately, right? So you don't have to buy Spider-Man itself in order to play this.
Yeah, it's like it's built, like the game itself is probably built using most of the same engine and the map and stuff from the original Spider-Man game, and then they like overlayered like a new story, missions, probably bad guys, and then obviously playing as Miles onto that map. So it's like they already had like 60% of the work done, and then they just had to do an extra 40% to push this out. And Peter, and what did they say? They said Peter Parker is alive and well, right? Like I remember hearing that in the whole lead up to it. So he's not dead in this universe, not yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, we did hear him in the trailer talking to Miles, basically saying like he's kind of ready to go out there and be the next Spider-Man. Or at least a new Spider-Man. I wonder how they're going to do that add it all into the story. But yeah, being standalone means that it's going to be a smaller game than the last one, which also means it'll probably be around the $40 area, just like Lost Legacy and Left Behind from The Last of Us.
Well, that might be different, right? Because who knows how much PlayStation 5 games will cost when they come out.
Yeah, right now
That's
2K21, the standard edition was announced, and that is marked at $70.
woo. So this might be, we might be looking at like a $50 game, probably.
Yeah, probably. We'll see how the other main AAA PS5 titles are going to be. So that's coming out this year. Coming out,
Yeah,
I think, as a launch title for PS5.
I believe so. Yeah, for this holiday season. So
Yeah,
that'll be a pretty good launch title, man. Having a Spider-Man game right at the beginning it's good for me, man. That works.
yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what they're going to do with Miles and how they're going to be able to tie this into the sequel for Spider-Man 2, right? Because where we left off for the teaser right there is we're going to get some sort of version of Venom.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm curious how much time this game is actually going to cover until like the second Spider-Man game like is placed. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, and I wonder if we're solely going to play as Miles as Spider-Man.
I would assume we'll probably only play as Miles, and maybe we'll get Nedry or Ned Nedry. I'm on Jurassic Park. No, maybe we'll get Ned Leeds as like a side character for Miles.
That would be interesting if he pops up. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, have Ned be like a tech guy who's got to like use like computers and stuff to like hack certain panels for Miles to get through or something. That'd be kind of fun.
The only thing I have in question is what's going to be the deal suit-wise for Miles?
Well, I could see him getting a few alternate costumes because you can do like he's obviously going to have the hyper detailed one from the game, and then you could do like a full comic book version. You could do like an Ultimates comic book version. You could do like the movie, like Spider-Verse.
But I mean, looking at his suits, they don't really change that much. Like the one we have for the game is pretty much what he's always worn. He's never really stretched out.
I guess the Spider-Verse one would be the only one that's like majorly different because of the spray paint kind of look. And
yeah, it's the shorts and the hoodie.
And then like they did the weird animation thing on like the Spider-Verse costume for the first game. So they probably do that for the Miles version too, where he's like weird and lanky and like a fully different model.
Yeah, I think that's all they could really just do, right? So I wonder if they're going to be pulling some Peter Parker costumes for him.
Yeah, who knows? I hope that they do something interesting with his stuff. That'd be cool. I don't know. Ooh, I wonder what an Iron Spider suit would look like for Miles. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm also sure they're going to create some new ones just for the game, right? Like they did in the first Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. Like they'll probably have like the armor upgrade ones for Miles on here. I would hazard a guess that might happen.
Again, yeah, this holiday season, if everything's still going according to plan.
This Spider-Man game might have some interesting connections to this other game coming out. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a PS4 classic in the making, I think. The Avengers. I don't know. It's some small indie title. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Yeah, it's a weird ragtag team. You got a disco man rocking around with a hammer and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, You got like Sarah Jessica Parker playing Black Widow. It's pretty great, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, so there's been some new stuff for Square Enix's Avengers game, developed by Crystal Dynamics.
Yes.
There was like the 30-minute like gameplay video that came out, and then there was the 2.5-minute story trailer that dropped.
I love the gameplay trailer. Like the gameplay video is awesome, and then the story trailer is just so bad.
I think I said it here on the show last time we talked about it, but the story's pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. Right, the Avengers get disbanded. The setting is very much like Incredibles, right? Society doesn't really want superheroes anymore. Well, that's what they're led to believe. The one thing I didn't think of was that the Inhuman thing was going to be a big deal.
I still don't really fully understand where it comes from in the trailer. I think I kind of breezed over it a little bit.
I mean, they didn't really explain it in the trailer. My guess is it's just the Terrigen Mist that's just like in the comics. It's going around the world and it's just having a lot of people turn into Inhumans.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
and then since the world is going the route of anti-superpowers, right, that's going to be having some problems.
So it's kind of like what's that comic book series that Stan Lee came up with? You know, it's I don't know. It starts with a letter that doesn't normally start things, right? Like what is that? The Z humans? The the X-Men. That's
X-Men,
it.
Yeah.
Boy, that sounds a lot like that.
They have very similar stories, yeah.
Why aren't the X-Men in this game? I don't really get that. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
It's all Disney. That's what it is at the end of the day. Just look at Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite when that came out.
That's true. I guess they still have the X-Men embargo on this stuff. That's
I don't think they do. It's not really an embargo. It's just they don't want to at the time. They didn't want to use the X-Men.
I mean,
because they've been using the X-Men before in previous games. They've made games like Marvel vs. Capcom series.
and like Marvel Ultimate Alliance and stuff. That's weird. I maybe this game started production like before they got the X-Men back. Maybe.
Well, no, I mean the movie rights was never the problem for the game side. Disney had the game rights for all that. Yeah, they just decide not to. And plus, I remember Disney made a statement a while back, like a few years ago, saying like they're not focused on the gaming side of their IPs. But yeah, anyways, so the plot is Kamala Khan, right, aka the new Miss Marvel. She recently just awoken her powers. She gets captured by, as we later to find out, is MODOK, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, when I first saw the image, I thought it was going to be Thanos again, and I was like, oh, here we go, another Thanos game. But MODOK's cool. I'm into having MODOK as the main bad guy.
Yeah, it definitely changes it up. I like how they're going to do that. But yeah, so she goes and finds Tony Stark at first.
Yeah,
I believe,
that's what it looks like. Sounds like Tony finds Banner, and then Black Widow, and then they get the team back together, and then Thor comes back in as the last person, like he's the most reluctant to join back up.
Yeah. And the reason they're all teaming back up is because she gives Tony this flash drive that contains, I guess, security footage of when Cap, quote-unquote, died in the game. Okay. And it's just like, oh, yeah, they manipulated the way he died or whatever to prove a point or something. And so he's like, oh, okay, so I guess, yeah, we're going to come back and we're going to make things right again. After watching the trailer, I'm like, I'm pretty sure Cap's not dead. He's probably captured.
Well, yeah, because you got to be able to play as him again later, right? Like,
yeah, that's because they did say like, oh yeah, he is playable in the game.
Well, yeah, because they wouldn't advertise like all of his moveset and how he attacks and fights and has all this crazy shield combat just for that opening bit like that. Mm-hmm. That would be so much wasted development time just to put him at.
Well, I mean, plus the other aspect of the game is you could play online.
Yeah, so you can play with people, right? Like co-op. Right?
Yeah, co-op. I don't think it's story stuff. It's like other like online features that they has, like other missions you can do.
Oh, you think it would be kind of like the Arkham series, like with the challenges and stuff, like the combat challenges or whatever?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're trying to make this game like an online service game. So there's going to be a lot of elements of that in there. During the gameplay footage, they did show off some of that stuff. Where it's like, oh yeah, here's an arena and you're going to be fighting a bunch of these enemies with one other person. Yeah.
I did like, in like the gameplay stuff, how they showed, I think the animations on some of the combo attacks are really good because it doesn't look like they're going to flow and then all of a sudden they just work together. Mm-hmm. Like, it's pretty seamless. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty impressed. But again, I just don't think the story is that interesting. I don't know.
No, it's very, like, reused a lot, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it feels like I've seen it before, like a few times.
And my other problem was, like, in the trailer we saw, like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that we've already seen before, like in the MCU, for example, right? A lot of the conflict between our characters, the Iron Man versus Hulk scene that happens, I'm like, yeah, I mean, we've seen this already. I get it, it's a real, like, eye catcher, but
we gotta do the iconic moments, Danny. We gotta do them all.
Yeah.
We gotta do all the cool things. I love that we see Thor in a t-shirt and jeans again. That's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, he's going under Donald Blake, his alias. Yeah, so going through some of the footage. I didn't realize it before, but yeah, Thor left his hammer at the statue that they made for Cap.
Yeah, like at the grave. I remember
Yeah.
that from the first trailer, like them showing that cutscene of like the hammer starting to levitate. So I don't know. Like I said, the gameplay in it looks really fun and really awesome, but I'm not sure I care about the main story unless the rumor pans out and they are going to connect it over to
Spider-Man?
the PS4 Spider-Man game. Yeah. So who knows? That might.
It
be
would
kinda
be interesting to see, but I wonder how they're going to play it out because I don't think this is an exclusive for PlayStation. No, yeah, it's coming out to Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work then. That would be weird.
It would be interesting to see have them try to make a video game universe.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. And also, like, but see, my whole thing with this game is I always felt like Kamala Khan's cool, but like, should be Spider-Man bringing the Avengers back together. That's my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, like if he just got his powers.
Yeah, like that would be great. And like people think he's an Inhuman, but he didn't get them from that stuff. Like he got them from like getting bit by the spider, right? Like so he wouldn't technically be an Inhuman. He's like something different, but he gets like labeled in the same thing, so he runs the risk of the superpower stuff, which is why he tries to get the Avengers back together. See, it'd be so awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I think the smartest choice was to have Kamala Khan be the main character that you play as. I mean, her gameplay looks fine. I do like that. I guess like her final suit. I think it looks fine. It's very Square Enix design. Like, you know,
all of them look like Play Art Sky figures.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
which is interesting. I really wish they would have leaned into that maybe a little more. Like, just go full anime designs. Like, make them look like Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
like,
because
because it's like they're riding a line between like movie and that, and it's kind of, it just makes the suits look kind of not great.
Yeah, the final shot for the story trailer sees all the Avengers and Black Widow's wearing this questionable looking goggles.
Oh, her Justice League Batman cosplay.
Yeah. And then Thor, I have to assume is a selectable costume, but it's like a disco ball looking suit that just doesn't look good.
You know, I was gonna say that I actually like the main chest part of the end of the trailer suit, but the arms are what just lose it. I'm like, the arms
it's
so
the
bad.
arms for sure.
Yeah, like if he was bare armed and just had that chest piece, perfect. That would be awesome. I don't know. I don't really know why Thor would need armor like that going up against MODOK. Like,
yeah. So I really hope it is just like, oh, this is one of the costumes you get to pick.
But I wonder if the costumes are each going to give you like different stats and stuff.
Yeah. So one of the gameplay videos that I was talking about, where it's like, oh, here's the online section. There's a lot of stuff you can equip to your characters, and they all have different stats. Yeah. So it's going to be one of those games.
Oh, so this is like full on RPG status.
Yeah. Yeah, like they were showing off with Black Widow, and it's like, yeah, you can change her gauntlets, her suits, and like same thing with Iron Man, just a bunch of stuff. That I'm like, I can see the grind coming in and picking up these items.
And wasn't there like a whole thing of like, they said there was going to be like a pretty good number of playable characters throughout this game, like not just like your main 5 Avengers, but there's going to be like other Avengers that show up.
I believe so.
But they haven't said anybody else, I don't think. Like, so I'd assume we'll probably see maybe like Vision. Scarlet Witch could be a possibility, maybe.
Well, we did see in Kamala's room, right? Because her character she's a big fan.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel showed up on a poster, and I like her design. Like, I think her design looks pretty good in the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. I was surprised to see her pop up. But I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So,
I mean, she would have to, right? Because that's why Kamala dresses as Miss Marvel. Like, so she'd have to show up at some point.
Yeah, she gets her design based off of... Well, she gets it off the original design that Captain Marvel wears when she was named Miss Marvel, so I wonder if they're going to be adding that in here as well.
What if Marvel, like, existed? I'm so curious, because it's like, it feels like they're showing, like, this is the Avengers, like, kind of near the start of their careers of stuff, but it's also like, there's all these characters that have existed, like, for a long time. I don't know. I'd assume we'll probably see Ant-Man, right? Like, Hank Pym will probably show up in some capacity.
Well, we'll see, because I know that they plan to have this game last a good while.
Oh, so we might see some big DLC for this.
Well, I don't know about DLC. I would more likely go towards probably maybe story expansions, but also like we're gonna have characters that are playable that won't be in stories at all. They're just gonna be there for the online perspective.
Oh, like just to give you a little more variety to like playing the game type deal?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
Yeah, because I think Kamala's the only new person we're gonna be seeing as far as the main story goes, unless they pull out a surprise somewhere like in the halfway point of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see some other characters popping up because I mean, what we've only seen like 10% of the story, maybe not. If maybe even if that, but maybe even like what 5%. Who knows? I guess it just depends on how long the story mode is for the game.
Yeah, I'm sure it's average, so it shouldn't be too crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm curious.
Yeah, so this is dropping, I believe, in September. That's the new date we got for it.
So, it almost feels like they should have just waited for PS5 for this game. I don't know.
Well, this was supposed to come out in March of this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because there's all the Marvel Legends action figures out right now that all look not great. God, the action figure of Captain America really highlights, like, the problem with his costume, is that there's no red, like, anywhere on the suit.
Yeah, his design's just not the best.
No, yeah, Fortnite's Captain America looks better than the Avengers Sony Captain America.
Yeah, Yeah, so this is coming out September 4th. Like I said, I believe this has the free upgrade as well for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Oh, that's kind of neat. So it'll just like get an automatic update or something while you're playing it on there?
Yeah, I think... Well, because they're doing the thing for a lot of AAA games is where, well, if you buy the old gen version, you get the current gen for free.
Oh, you get like a download code.
Yeah. Free upgrade to PS5. Yeah, for this game.
Sweet. So that's pretty
and Series
cool.
X. Yeah, that's all the Marvel gaming. They don't do a whole lot. Like I said, Disney's like kind of like, yeah, we'll ease back into video games, see what's going on.
Yep.
Well, non-mobile video games, let's say.
Yeah.
We have one more piece of Marvel news here. I believe it was both the actress and the director on Black Widow. So basically this film, like we guessed before, is a passing of the torch for ScarJo and I forget her name in the movie.
White Widow? I don't know.
White Widow? Yeah, let's go with that.
The girl who's played by Florence Pugh.
I believe she's the one that's also wearing the jacket ScarJo wears in Infinity War, right?
Yeah, she's got the green vest. That's like one of the big things. We'll find out where the vest came from in this movie.
We're getting a new Black Widow after this movie.
It should be fine. I don't know. I guess they still have to have that kind of character in the dynamic, even though I feel like Shang-Chi would probably
fit that.
Yeah, he'd probably fit in there.
Yeah, but I think they just want to keep that character alive, I guess. Or at least the namesake for her.
Like a version of that character.
It'll be interesting if they try to tie her in. Because the only character that would actually know her would be, I guess, Thor, right? Because he's the only one sticking around right now.
Well, Banner.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he's still around too.
But hey, spoilers for the Black Widow movie. I'm glad that the director and the main girl are basically spoiling their film.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was pretty obvious what was going to happen.
Right? I mean, I honestly, like, my assumption was that all of those other characters were going to end up dead by the end of this movie. To tie up all the loose ends, right? Like,
classic Marvel move.
I definitely don't see Red Guardian making it through this movie. Like,
nah, I don't think so.
DK Harbor has too many things to do. He's got a whole nother season of Stranger Things to shoot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He's got like 3 more seasons of Stranger Things to shoot. They're going to kill him off 3 more ways and then bring him back 3 more other ways. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, there's that. That just means Black Widow 2 is going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to get a sequel for sure. So,
but other than that, that's pretty much it. Marvel news.
Oh, yeah, hey, rumor was we're getting a trailer for Eternals soon.
Oh,
or that they've been sitting on the Eternals trailer. I think that was what I read, was that they've been sitting on the Eternals trailer for like a month now. Like, they have it done and ready just to release, but they haven't put it out. And I'm like, just put it out. Release it. Get the hype going again, man. Because if I can say anything, it's that the Marvel hype train has died.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
they obviously want this stuff to be in the box office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really see a point of them dishing stuff out just for, just to wait for another, 6 months?
Yeah, just to get the YouTube clicks. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, because also DC on their end as well, for at least this theatrical stuff. We'll get into some teasers later, but yeah, all their Wonder Woman news is just dead in the water.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's everything is kind of stopped up. I saw that they released new posters of Wonder Woman stuff. They had a new poster of her in the eagle armor, and they had a new one of the cheetah design, which looks like the other leaked versions of the cheetah design. So it makes sense to me. I don't know. She looks very much like Cheetah from the comic books in these designs. So I'm into it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm glad, because I remember the last time we saw a design of hers, Cheetah, it was not, it was very 2003 design.
Oh, the 80s punk rock jacket and the crazy huge hair and stuff. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, so that's it for Marvel stuff. So let's go ahead and get into some DC talk.
Is this Amazon thing on here? Is that from that's a DC property? Is it?
I don't think so. I think it's Image.
Well, close enough, because The Boys got a new trailer.
Yeah, Boys Season 2, we got a full teaser trailer. Last time we talked about this, I know that, you're not a big fan of this type of superhero storytelling.
Yeah. It's, it just makes me wish I was getting another season of The Tick. That's the main thing it makes me wish for. Oh, man. I wish I was getting more of The Tick. But whatever. I'm happy for all the people who are enjoying the show. It looks fun. I think Season 2 looks more interesting to me than Season 1. And I know all the spoilers, all the stuff about Captain USA Man. Oh God, what's Homelander? That's his name.
Homelander, yeah.
But I know all the stuff about that, so I'm up to date. Nothing crazy. So, cool. But yeah, Season 2, the trailer looked pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, I really liked Season 1. I thought it was really great TV series for what they were doing. And just seeing what they're doing here for Season 2, they're leaning more towards the ridiculous side of basically what was going on in the show.
Yeah.
The more, I guess you could say the fun parts of the show.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot more of the tongue-in-cheek stuff going on in this trailer, at least. I thought I saw bits of this trailer that were kind of spoilery. It looks like at one point somebody's carrying the head of the Deep. Maybe that's another character that they're carrying the head of. It looks a lot like the Deep, and I was like, wow, that's a heck of a thing to throw in your trailer. And then there's another one where it looks like Homelander's crushing the face of somebody important. Which, there's a lot of that stuff going on in this trailer where it's just people being bloodied up and turned into mush by superheroes. Not my favorite thing, but whatever, it still looks fun. This season looks a lot more lighthearted, which is a weird thing to say about it. Than season 1 did.
Yeah, we got a lot of Karl Urban in the trailer, and he's great in season 1.
I think he's the standout basically of this whole series, except for Homelander, right? They've basically stolen the whole thing.
He's the main character. Yeah. Well, he's one of the main characters for the most part.
Okay,
but it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him, because the end of season 1, right? He was heavily connected with Homelander and his ex-wife, and we get a tie into what's going on there, and then just watching the trailer play out of just him acting like everything's normal. I wonder what's really going to be going on in the show. So he's going to have his own other side story that he's not telling everybody. So I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of mystery about him, which is going to be fun. It should be a good time. It's looking like it'll be a good time. I'm excited for people who want to see it. And maybe I'll watch season 2. Maybe I'll just skip season 1 and just go straight in for season 2. Who knows?
Yeah, so that's coming out September the 9th.
Yeah, something like that. They got that shot quick.
Well, they were filming it when season 1 premiered. They were halfway done.
It's crazy. It's pretty impressive what they've been able to do with the show so far. So,
yes, I'm very hyped. And there's some rumors going up right now for season 3. and they're thinking that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in talks right now to join the cast.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That sounds kind of interesting. I'm guessing that means that he's definitely not going to be Thomas Wayne anytime soon.
Yeah, who knows, man? We'll see.
Well,
see
we got
that
that Flash movie actually has to come out first, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they need a new script, right? Is that the last thing I heard? Or I know they need a new director.
They might need a new actor. I don't know. Oh boy, I don't know. There's the Flash movies. It's a mess. It always has been.
Yeah, I always liked the Gambit too. You know.
Oh yeah. It's a good Gambit sequel. It's gonna be solid. Yep.
But yeah, since we're talking about the Flash, we might as well get into that, right?
Yeah. I don't think there was anything else for the boys. Just that the trailer looks good. There might be some spoilery stuff in it, and check it out if you want to watch it.
Yeah. Again, I'm hyped to see this season. Since we're talking about the Flash, there's been some big talk about it as of late.
Sweet.
Of another casting thing. They're trying to reach out, apparently, to one Michael Keaton to reprise his role as Bruce Wayne for the Flash movie.
That was sounding pretty hype, in my opinion. I'm pretty stoked on it. From everything I've heard rumor-wise, it's supposed to be like they want to bring Michael Keaton back in to be like a Nick Fury type of character. But if that doesn't work out, they still want to use Ben Affleck, I guess, instead. I don't know. There's so many rumors flying around about it.
Yeah, so I think this is pretty apparent. It's going heavy still on the Flashpoint stuff. I think that's what they've just been saying this whole time, right? That's the focus. Which, I guess it's fine to have Flashpoint. It's a quote-unquote way to fix what's the universe, I guess, after all this mess that Justice League was. And
I think probably this is going to lead into some type of Justice League Rebirth type deal. That's what I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Snyder Cut and what DC wants to do after that.
Yeah, I guess it all just depends on how Snyder Cut does and probably how the Batman ends up doing. I would be cool if there was some movie in the near future that ended up having 3 Batmans in it. Because, I mean, Spider-Man already did it with Spider-Verse. So, why not have a movie with Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and Robert Pattinson all playing Bruce Wayne, like in the same movie? That would be awesome. Hey, they did it for Avengers, man. I'm sure Warner Brothers would be willing to risk the money on something like that. That would be a heck of a thing.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with Flash right now. It's still, who knows, 2030 when it comes out, I think.
Yeah.
At this rate.
Hopefully we'll have launched all of the reset missiles by that point. Yeah, so hopefully Michael Keaton. What would that mean for Spider-Man? God, he would be Vulture and Batman, like at the same time.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if he's going to be doing both.
Yeah, boy, that would be a lot of work.
Yeah, don't forget he's in Morbius. So
yeah. So as maybe the Vulture,
we got while we're talking about the movies, we did get a teaser for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes,
a while back.
Quick little 30-second thing, right? Like not too long. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dinah in some kind of storage unit. I'm guessing at like a museum or something. Yeah,
because she was working in a museum at the beginning of Justice League, right?
Yes.
Or in Batman vs. Superman? Which movie was it?
Justice League.
Justice League, okay. So yeah, and at the beginning and end of her movie, she's working at the museum. So that'll be interesting. I'm assuming that's probably going to be her discovering it in some archive or something. And that image that she's looking at of Darkseid, somebody took that and translated it.
Yes.
And it's got some pretty interesting stuff about how Darkseid's going to come down and like the Omega equation and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty hype. I can't lie. That's pretty hype.
Yeah, it was a real great teaser. I kind of see.
Yeah,
I like because it's all new. It's all new. We've never seen this before.
Oh God, it's
type of deal.
It just makes me wonder how much other new footage there is that we've never seen. It's so I'm so curious.
I guess there's a rumor going around about also Ryan Reynolds might come back as Green Lantern.
Yeah, a pretty heavily supported rumor apparently from a few different sources. But if that if that ends up happening, would that be reshot footage, or would Zack Snyder have brought him in back in the day, like to shoot it? Like, because
it would have to be new.
Yeah, it would have to be new, right? Unless that was the plan from way back, was to bring in Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern again. That would be the biggest twist of all if that's what ended up happening. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's interesting because, people have seen this film already, right, during the screenings, and there was never a mention of a Ryan Reynolds, unless we know we have the Green Lantern actor, right? He's mentioned that he plays Green Lantern in the film before.
Yep.
And the only thing I can think of is maybe he's a stand-in, right? Just like how on Disney Plus, right, for Age of Ultron, right, we had that stand-in for Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And the deleted scenes.
Yep.
It could be something similar to that. But if he says he was acting in the film, it makes it sound like more he was actually doing the roles,
like reading lines and dialogue and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that would be a heck of a trip if they bring it back. Because that I still am one of the few only defenders of the Green Lantern movie, so I wouldn't mind seeing Ryan Reynolds come back to be Hal Jordan again.
I liked him as Hal Jordan,
Yeah.
He didn't do that bad of a job.
He's got that cocky, hotshot pilot attitude. Like, he pulls off that Tom Cruise kind of deal pretty good. Although this would mean that my boy Tom Cruise can't be Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan, yeah. I would like him to be.
Yeah, that would be a shame. Maybe one day they'll bring him out. That would be awesome. But I don't know. If Ryan Reynolds gets into this, though, I'd be pretty down. But I'm assuming that would probably send them way past their $20 million budget.
Yeah, I mean, unless Ryan's doing this as kind of like a, I don't know. It depends how big. Like, unless it's like a cameo.
Yeah,
or it's just something that he wants to do.
Well, I know that there's somebody asked a question of Zack Snyder on like his Vero. What's the
Vero?
Vero. Like, you say unite the 7, but there's only 6. Like, who's the 7th member? Is it Martian Manhunter or Green Lantern? And all Zack Snyder replied with was a winky face. And I'm like, you can't do that, man.
Yeah, because I remember people were like, yeah, what happened? And then other people said, like, well, I guess because it's the 7 Seas, I guess, because it was Aquaman. Like, his poster was the only one that said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you see that other thing about BVS that came out recently? Was
the jacket, Clark Kent's jacket?
Yeah, in the apocalypse.
That the jacket that Batman wears in the Nightmare is Clark Kent's raincoat. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was like, wow, it's good stuff. Every day I get more and more hyped for this, and Zack Snyder keeps putting out more pictures, and it's great.
Keep that excitement up, man, because August 22nd we're going to be seeing something for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes.
DC announced that they're doing this thing called the DC Fandom.
I'm assuming this is in response to not being able to appear at like Comic-Con this year. So they're taking the announcements in their own hands, like their own event, which I think is a great idea. Yeah, I love that. It's very much like the Nintendo Directs or the PlayStation updates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great, and I'm glad that they came in ahead of that from Marvel, right? Because
Marvel still isn't doing anything like that kind of stuff.
Well, wasn't something? There's like a convention canceled recently, right? For this year.
All of them? I don't.
Well, I know all of them, but I think wasn't the Star Wars thing going to be this year?
Oh, Star Wars Celebration.
Star Wars experience.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration was going to be this year and just got canceled.
Yeah, see, they could have done something like this, but
yeah, that would be awesome. But I'm excited for this DC Fandom thing. There's going to be some Shazam content. There's going to be Justice League stuff. There's going to be like new CW. Doom Patrol's been getting a lot of pushing from that. And Doom Patrol Season 2 has started. It's officially on its way out the door, and it's going. And it looks even crazier and weirder than Season 1. So I'm really excited to start checking that out.
That last trailer I saw was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man, is what I gotta say. And I'm just happy Brendan Fraser's getting work, man. It's a good thing to see.
Yeah, it sounds like he's having fun over there.
Oh, yeah. But the fandom stuff's just going to show off a lot of new DC content that I'm excited about. So we'll probably get a full trailer, I would assume, for Justice League by that point.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to get a release date. I'm going to guess it's this year. Well, no, they said 2021, right?
Yeah, it's coming out next year. But there's been a lot of people looking into stuff, and it looks like it's going to be coming out in either spring or summer of next year. So pretty early.
I would say probably spring.
Yeah, I would hazard a guess it would probably come out around maybe April or May, possibly.
I'd go with April. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure they want to get it onto the streaming service as quickly as possible so they don't lose subscribers before it comes out.
Well, I know a lot of people are hopping on HBO Max. So.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Hopefully Stargirl Season 2 gets some good press there and doesn't look terrible.
Because that just got greenlit.
Because RIP Season 2 of Stargirl going straight to CW. Man. I'm not excited.
Well, yeah, it was bound to happen since they have it now.
Because Season 1, like, the episodes that I've seen are really good. And, like, way better than CW stuff. And I'm like, no. Now they're going to get different people behind it, and it's just going to be really low budget looking.
It depends what they do. If they decide to pull the show over to Vancouver to go film.
Yeah.
Like they did with Supergirl, right? Because that's where they film all the shows.
Yep.
So I wonder if they're going to do that.
It might take a big downturn once they do that. I don't know. Hopefully it's still good, because Season 1 is so dang good.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, Season 1 is great so far. I super recommend it. It has a totally different feel than, like, Titans, which was, like, way dark, and it's not, like, as crazy and kooky as Doom Patrol. It's very, like, nostalgic in a lot of ways, because it pays a lot of homage to the Justice Society group, and it really revels in the whole, like, this is where we came from, and this is our past and our legacy, and there's a lot of good stuff like that. Very wholesome content in terms of a superhero series. Speaking of CW, I think that's what you were going to say.
Yeah.
We got some news about some CW shows. Superman and Lois are recasting. Getting rid of the John Cryer, Lex Luthor, which is, yes, good.
Yeah, so they're going to have a different actor playing Lex Luthor, which, cool. You know, I never watched his stuff on Supergirl, but I did watch him in the Crisis crossover, and I was just not a fan of what he was doing with the character.
It was about the same, like in Supergirl itself. Yeah, the way he played the character.
I mean, it was cool. He got the suit in the show.
Yeah, that's probably the coolest part about him, is that he got the most comic book accurate look of the Lex Luthors, other than having a beard, because he's evil, I guess.
I like the beard's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Just probably not on him.
I want to see Lex Luthor come back with the giant redhead mullet. Like, give me back the 90s, like, Lex Luthor with, like, crazy red hair that was dating Supergirl. Like, that'd be fun.
Yeah. But recast, though, maybe. Who knows what they're going to do on Supergirl?
Yeah. Oh, watch him bring back Lena Luthor, dude.
I mean...
Who needs Lex? We'll have his cousin on the show. Just like we did on Smallville.
Well, yeah, Lena's a main character in Supergirl.
Oh, yeah, she's already in the show. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they won't even need Lex Luthor. It'll just be a different Luthor. It'll be Lena.
Well, yeah, their whole spin on her, from what I remember, is she was like, best friends with Kara, and she was like, I'm trying not to be my cousin. Or no, her brother. Her brother's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, they're cousin. Like brother and sister. I think they were cousins in Smallville. I think it was his cousin in Smallville, not his sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I'm getting mixed up.
Okay. And then she felt betrayed after she found out that Kara is actually Supergirl, because she's friends with both of them, which is... I don't know, man. It's one of those things where like she hangs out with both Kara and Supergirl a lot, but it's like, how can you not obviously tell?
The glasses, person? Danny. The glasses.
Yeah, it's the glasses. It's the glasses stuff. Yeah. Then how could I forget?
It's those Kryptonian hypno glasses. Come on. Clark gave her a free pair when she was like 10.
Yeah, I think in this last season she forgave Kara or something.
Yeah, I think they're friends again. Like at the end of Supergirl. I don't really care though.
I checked out a long time ago.
Yeah, so which sucks because Mon-El showed up finally, and he's really cool.
Yeah, I think Mon-El's great in the show.
Yeah,
even when he came back from the future arc, that was pretty good.
Yep. And then the Legion of Superheroes being like a thing on Supergirl's fun. I like that Brainiac and everybody are all kind of popping around. I'd like to.
Yeah.
You gotta give my boy Lightning Lad though. You gotta give him some spotlight. Come on now. And then Bouncing Boy. I mean. Come on. Give me my Legion of Superheroes show, CW. Give me that. Teenage drama in the future.
Yeah. So, I'm interested to see who they're going to bring in for Lex Luthor.
They need to bring in What's-His-Face from Ant-Man. The bad guy from the first one.
Oh, yeah, what's the actor's name? He was in House of Cards as well.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He'd be a good Lex Luthor. So yeah, man, there's a lot of recasting going on over here on CW.
Oh,
man. Talking about it.
Yeah, Batwoman. They announced it.
Yeah, we got a new actress to play Batwoman here. Her name is Javicia Leslie. Probably butchered that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, so it says she will play Ryan Wilder to take over the role of Batwoman for season 2.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I always like it when the movies or shows kind of take their own spin on the lore, like change things up. I think it's fine. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1.
Yep. I wonder what she's going to look like in the costume. I'm so curious.
I wonder if they're going to keep the same design.
I would hope they come up with something different, actually. I would like to see a new suit design come out for her.
Yeah. Well, see, I know in Batwoman, the reason she has the suit like that is because it's a modified version of Bruce Wayne's suit.
Oh yeah, because the suit won't be perfect until it fits a woman.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is a line in the show. Yeah, but but I remember in season 1, she discovers the Batcave, and Lucius Fox knew about it the whole time, and so yeah, she asked him to make the suit to fit her, and then just added the red wig. So I wonder if this new character is going to find the Batcave, or if she's just going to do her own thing. Yeah,
I'm very curious. I also wonder if she's related to any of the Bat characters in some way, like the Bat family.
Last time we talked about it, they said that, this is a character that was saved by Batwoman, or she was inspired by her, so by her
so
taking
we got
over the mantle is one of those.
We got a little bit of a Tim Drake origin story going on with this girl. Okay, interesting.
In a sense, yeah.
That could be kind of fun. I could be kind of down with that.
Again, I'm just wondering how they're going to handle this, right? Because they're going to have to write a new script for season 2. Mm-hmm. The crossover is going to have to go out a different path. You know, a lot of that happening on CW. Not just for this show, but also on The Flash. We didn't talk about it last time, but Hartley Sawyer, right? He plays Elongated Man in The Flash.
Oh, he got because of Twitter conversations, whatever.
That are very old from what I remember.
Oh, is this like another James Gunn situation? Like,
yeah, old tweets resurfaced about him, and
of course they are. Of course it is. This is why.
Yeah, and then I haven't heard anything about this, but I guess people want Daniel Panabaker, who plays Killer Frost or Caitlin Snow. I guess she had the same thing in the past, but I haven't heard anything on that end. Yeah, I didn't watch the last season of The Flash. So I don't know how big of a role Elongated Man was, but
I don't know.
One of the core characters.
He shows up for like 10 seconds in the Crisis special.
Yeah, well, because I remember in season 4 was his season. That's when he was introduced, and he was a big role.
Okay,
and then season 5, he still had he had his own arc going on that I watched leading up to Crisis.
Okay.
And then, I didn't watch season 6, so I don't know what he was doing in there.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I haven't watched any of Flash since season 2.
Oh.
I'm so far
I think
behind on Flash.
you could watch season 3 and just say, I'm done. I think
Okay, that's a good.
fair.
That's a good finale point.
I think it's season 3 was the last good season. I think for the Flash.
Okay.
Because season 4 was that was pretty bad, and I didn't watch all of season 5, and then that's when I stopped caring.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah. And with Arrow done, that means I'm just done completely with the. I mean, I'll give Stargirl a try. Yeah, eventually. But
definitely watch Stargirl. That's like probably the only thing still worth checking out on CW's list of stuff. I'll be curious to see how this new girl does in Batwoman. I feel like there's only you can only go up, in my opinion, when it comes to the Batwoman series.
Right?
I feel like
yeah.
you can only go upwards from where they're at currently. I don't know what that's going to do to the story of season 1, because I know that the story was very tied into Ruby Rose's version of Batwoman and how her sister was Alice and leading this other gang of people, and there was like a whole thing of they were both part of the same family, and then Alice was left in a burning car or something, and so I don't know how that's going to tie up in season 2 at all. I'm very curious how they're going to even handle Ruby Rose like exiting, like if they'll have her film anything even for season 2. Because it sounds like she's just out completely. Like they're not even going to think about bringing her back at all. So
pretty crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's still pretty crazy to see it happen like this. Especially because it's like movies. It's probably a lot easier to do.
Yeah,
but then when you're writing for a 23 episode series, you definitely have to take a big step back and figure out what the heck you're gonna do.
It's very writer strike era kind of stuff going on right now. Yeah. Which is pretty interesting.
Because again, it's not just Batwoman, the show, that they have to worry about. It's about the rest of the universe. How are they going to mention this over on Supergirl? And then, of course, it was a main focus on the crossover.
How's Kara going to survive without her semi-lesbian lover? I don't know.
Well, her best friend, one of her new best friends.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. That's good. Yeah. But I don't know how that's gonna all shake out. That's gonna be crazy. It would be kind of nice if they gave Ruby Rose an exit episode, but I doubt that they'll do that for her.
Yeah, I really doubt we're gonna see anything like that.
No. Yeah. Well, we might see a stand-in walking out of a room or something that looks like Ruby Rose from behind.
Pull some Game of Death scenes. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're talking about we're talking about CG face. Or yeah, just from behind, just the back, where she'll put the cape up in front of her face. We'll go full on Plan 9 from outer space, like Bela Lugosi.
If I remember, they're not killing off Ruby Rose's character.
Yeah, no, supposedly
she's just going missing.
Yeah, supposedly Kate Kane will continue to be in the show. I'd assume she'll probably end up in the same space where Batman is currently on that show, where he's just not there. He's around somewhere, but he's not here.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Maybe she got a clue about Bruce's whereabouts, and that's why she left.
I know I heard some rumors about a Batman showing up in the Superman show, but I don't know how much validity those have at all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen on CW.
Yeah, because from what
I don't think they've had a big shakeup like this before.
No,
as far as the DC shows go.
And from what I understand, Supergirl and Batwoman both had the lowest ratings of any of the CW DC stuff.
Supergirl for sure
for the past seasons. I'm sure Supergirl's best viewed episode was probably the first part of Crisis on Infinite Earths, or that was a Batwoman episode. Was the first one, right? Or was it Supergirl?
Yes. Yeah, because Supergirl's on Sundays, Batwoman was on Mondays.
Yeah, I was just saying that's probably the most viewed episode of the last season of Supergirl. Was the first episode of Crisis. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get some stuff during the DC fandom event.
Yep.
Yeah, at least the trailer for Superman and Lois, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun to see. I don't know if they have anything shot for it, even, But,
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Yeah, because I don't know how much they've actually been shooting in Vancouver. But I don't know. We'll see. They might have something. That'd be cool. I'm happy that Superman's going to be on TV again, man. That there's something about that just makes me feel good. I don't know.
Yeah, good stuff. That's another thing I'll check out for sure for CW. And I think with that, that's pretty much it for today. Oh, you know what?
What's up?
I'm sorry. There was one more piece of news.
Oh, we got one more. Oh boy.
That I just remembered. Marvel's End here. A little sad to say on my end. I'm sure for you as well, Jake. But since Marvel has acquired Fox last year, that means they have all the IPs that Fox owned. And Dark Horse Comics came out with a statement not too long ago saying that they're no longer going to be publishing Alien or Predator comics.
Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't hear about this at all. That's a bummer.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I hadn't heard about this at all. That sucks.
Yeah, so Disney decided to not renew their deal that they had over there, and instead, Marvel Comics is going to be making some Alien and Predator comics, and they showed off some stuff, and it seems that they're going to be joining the Marvel Universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was for sure one shot of the Predator with an Iron Man helmet in his hand.
Oh, no.
And then I forgot what Alien had, if there was anything for that teaser, but yeah, so I guess they're going to be in the Marvel Universe now, which, you know, the last time something like this happened was when Marvel bought Angela from Image.
Yeah.
Right, a classic 90s character. And, you know, I read her stuff when she first showed up, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of pretty cool idea. Like, she was Thor's lost sister from the 11th realm that was banished by Odin. And so they were going with her whole story, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. She joined the Guardians for a little bit. That was fun. But then, you know, as it just kept going further down the road, it was just not... I didn't like what they did with her character by the end of whenever the last time they used her. So that was unfortunate, and just to see like these iconic, you know, characters and universes are going to be showing up here. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope they're really careful. And
yeah, I don't know. Like Dark Horse was like a perfect place for Predator and Aliens to live, because it's like they could cross over with certain things if they really wanted them to. But then
yes,
they weren't necessarily in those universes like entirely. So it's man, that's a bummer, man. That's a pretty big bummer. Because it wasn't Dark Horse, obviously they crossed them over, but IDW did it. But I feel like when they were with Dark Horse, IDW was able to cross them over with more stuff. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Transformers or whatever. But man, yeah, that's a shame. Does that mean they might eventually make Terminator and RoboCop part of the Marvel universe? Aren't both of those Fox things, and they've both crossed over with Alien and Predator in the comic books before? Like, that's like a whole thing, right? But you know what the other bummer about this is? That means that I guess it's not necessarily a bummer, but canonically this could be a bridge. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, this would be a trip. Because there is an old comic of Batman versus Predator, right? Like it's an old one-shot book. So what if what if they use Predator to be like some kind of weird Marvel DC universe crossover bridge, like in the future? That would be the weirdest like thing ever. I don't know.
It's been a long time since the last time those crossed over. So
it has. Maybe. It really has. I mean, hey, they got to give me back the Batman in his Predator fighting suit. Like, have you seen that design before? Like his Predator suit?
I don't think so.
Oh man, let me pull up a picture real quick, because it's awesome. Oh yeah, here's a picture of them as action figures. This Batman design is one of my favorites. It's so
that's
good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. A lot of people said this is where some of the inspiration came from. It's either inspiration came from this to go to Dark Knight Rises, or it went from Dark Knight Rises to this suit. I don't remember which direction it goes. But in part of the book, like, Batman's just beating the Predator down with a baseball bat, which is pretty great. And he builds this suit because he gets blinded by the Predator. So he has to build a sonar suit, essentially, that allows him to see without, like, it allows him to see with sound instead of seeing with, like, his eyes. Like, he jacks into his own brain with the suit, and, like, it's awesome. It's so good. So that would be pretty tight if they were able to, like, use this as an excuse to bring at least maybe Batman over to the Marvel Universe for like a one-shot. Like, Batman and Tony Stark team up to fight the Predators, or Batman and Thor. I don't know. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So looking at the promo art that they showed off for, I guess there's going to be 2 new books that they're going to be doing next year for Alien and Predator.
Okay.
And Predator again, he's holding the Iron Man helmet and he's standing on top of Avengers Tower. And then for Alien, it looks like it's just chilling in the Guardian ship.
Them with the Guardians makes sense. Aliens and Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a pretty good matchup. Can't lie, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so I hope these new stories are just like introducing them with the Marvel teams that are going to be working on it, but maybe don't have them fully connected to the universe.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice.
You know.
Oh man, people are saying that they might get put into Marvel Contest of Champions, like the mobile game.
I mean, yeah, if they are fully in the Marvel universe now, they could be in everything Marvel.
Yep.
So again, guys, thanks for sticking around, swinging by, all the puns, in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As always, you can follow us at MarvelTalkCast on Instagram. That'll let you know when the latest episodes drop. And then MarvelTalkPodcast at gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, we would love to talk about it on the next episode. And while we wait for that next episode, Jake, where can we find you?
You guys can find me anywhere on the internet at Corruption Cosplay with K's. And I just started test streaming on a Twitch channel this past week. So if you guys are interested in watching me play video games, you might see Danny on there in the future. Who knows? But I got everything set up at my computer finally to be able to start doing that stuff. You can also find a bunch of new pictures and stuff of me on Instagram at the same name, Corruption Cosplay. How about you, Danny? Where can we find you?
As always, guys, you can find me at Negator7 anywhere you go on social media. And like Jake said, I am also slowly creeping back into the streaming. And then I'm over on Unversed Podcast, as always, doing what we do over there. Yeah, guys, thanks again. And until next time,
go be a hero, Miles.